Captain Marvel shows that a female-led Marvel Cinematic Universe film can be done successfully without changing the formula that has allowed Marvel Studios to dominate the box office for over a decade. This weekend, Captain Marvel posted the second biggest global opening in the box office, second only to Avengers Infinity War. Now, this movie was not a team-up movie. It's a origin story that is a lot smaller in scale and does not rely on some of the more known properties of Marvel, such as Iron Man and Captain America and Spider-Man, etc., etc. Going into the film, I was very skeptical of Brie Larson as the main character. This was mainly due to the lack of her speaking roles in the trailer. After watching the film, I really enjoyed her performance. Those expecting a once-in-a-lifetime performance like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine or Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man won't find that in Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. But those with reasonable expectations will be satisfied. The premise of the movie revolves around a Kree operative, Veers, who is the hard-headed but strong member of an elite Kree squad called Star Force. The team is led by Jude Law's character, Kree Commander Yon-Rogg, who is also Veers' mentor. A Star Force mission during the Kree-Skrull War leads Veers to Earth, where she meets a young S.H.I.E.L.D. agent by the name of Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. This isn't the same Nick Fury that we saw at the beginning of Avengers, or the one that we saw fight in the streets of Washington, D.C. in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This is a Nick Fury that is very early into his career and has not seen much experience as a field agent for S.H.I.E.L.D. Like typical MCU origin films, Brie Larson's character goes through trials and tribulations before reaching her true potential. The typical origin plot points and themes are present, but they're presented with some interesting twists along the way that make the movie feel like a mystery thriller more than the space adventure film that is set up during the film's first act. The acting throughout the entire cast, especially Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, the Skrull General, was on point. Samuel Jackson never disappoints as Nick Fury. I wish more time was spent on Gemma Chan's character Minerva and Lashana Lynch's Maria Rambeau. There are some great Easter eggs throughout the film, including some characters from previous MCU films. I really like some of the song choices throughout the film, such as Waterfalls by TLC, Just a Girl by No Doubt, and Come As You Are by Nirvana. The songs reflected the era the movie took place in. I wish the music played a more integral part of the story, similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, as some of the tracks are thrown in there simply to remind the viewer that the movie takes place in the 90s. Based off a calendar I saw in Nick Fury's office in the movie, the film is taking place June 1995. Those expecting something new with a woman in the lead role of a Marvel Studios film may be disappointed. But those looking to see a female-led superhero film will find that in Captain Marvel. If you're a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you probably already saw this movie and should watch the Easter egg discussion video when it comes out in a couple days. For those who haven't seen the movie already and are on the fence about it, if you don't like the superhero genre, this movie is a very tough recommend. Luckily, there are a lot of parts that are moving outside the main character that can keep you interested. The second half of the movie is just as much a Nick Fury backstory as much as Captain Marvel's coming-of-age story. I mean, Captain Marvel is a superhero that has powers unlike any other in the MCU. In my opinion, the movie was a lot of fun. I would compare it probably to Ant-Man or Doctor Strange in terms of origin movies. The movie definitely leans more on its talented cast and the special effects more than anything that's unique with like the script or the plot itself. The end credit scene will get you so hyped for Avengers you won't even be ready for next month to come. Thanks for checking out my review of Captain Marvel. If you like this video, check out my Easter egg discussion video for Captain Marvel that should be out in a couple of days. I also have my Avengers Endgame Super Bowl trailer discussion video, as well as my Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse review video as well. Check those out. You can help me out by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks again, guys.